Do you still have a no China investments rule? I mean, I have never added new investments in China, but I'm a fucking hodler in Alibaba and I have some Tencent. I have some Tencent and some Alibaba, and they've both been flat to down for 5 to 6 years. The biggest waste of money. Chinese stock market is a joke, bro. For a non-Chinese investor. Um, Why though? As an outside investor, you're not really allowed to own or have a voting right in any Chinese company. And so the Chinese companies that list, like Alibaba and Tencent, they aren't allowed to list overseas. So what they do is they create VIEs, variable interest entities, in the Cayman Islands called Alibaba or called Tencent, and they list those. And so when you invest, I'm just getting a piece of this Cayman Island shell corporation that says it has a claim on the profits of Alibaba. But like at the end of the day, I have no voting right. I have no anything. And like their corporate capital structure is designed to siphon out the excess profits to either the government or to the insiders. And it's not to go back to shareholders, which is fine, I guess, except that eventually shareholders learn their lesson, they stop investing. And so like it's like a scam that it's like a sheep that you could shear once. And it like the amount of foreign capital that comes into Chinese like mainland IPOs is like way less than it used to be. That's just because they did it once. But you know, there's knock-on effects that hurt Chinese people too. Like it's not like it's like, oh, this brilliant strategy to fleece investors because fuck shareholders. Because at the end of the day, the Chinese people can't get their money out of China, so they have to invest in something. And because they couldn't invest in the stock market, they blew the world's largest real estate bubble. Do you understand? Like that was the consequence. It's like all the savings of China went into real estate because they flattened their stock market. And so that's why they're in this massive real estate unwind. Now it's going into other things. They're trying to get it out of the country. There's a great piece I was just reading about China is doing this brand new crackdown on people within China owning stocks outside of China. So like if I'm a Chinese rich guy, I can't buy stock in a UK company or Nvidia or American company or a European company, or I can't buy stock anything outside of China. And it's because people were using that to get their money out of the country. And I forget the numbers. I wish I had the numbers on me. It was truly bafflingly large numbers. Like $807 billion have been moved out of China in the last year alone. That is equivalent to the GDP of a major economy. Because the wealthy Chinese don't want to have their money in the country. Some of that went through Labubus. I mean, a lot of it goes through like the global money laundering network that uses Chinese wealth money as a proxy to move money for other illicit things. Anyway, yeah, some advantages and disadvantages. You know, everything's got every push has a pull.